Hi Aries, thank you so much for joining me. This is Jackie. I'm here to pull cards for you for the dates of February 14th to February 28th, the end of February. Okay, before we get into it, let's talk about some transits, some energy that's happening this month for you guys. So we have, starting on February 3rd, going to March 1st, we have Venus in Capricorn. And this is where you're going to be focused a lot more on long-term goals rather than the short-term gratification. You're going to want to discuss this with your partner. You guys are going to be a little more serious-minded about the long-term goals, I feel. And we have February 14th to March 31st as Mars in Taurus. So, this is a very, very empowering 6-week cycle that you guys are going to be having. And you won't be afraid to assert yourself in romantic relationships. You just want to be a little careful not to come on too strong and not confuse healthy pride with ego. Sometimes Aries, no shade, but sometimes that could happen with you guys. You guys are the babies of the zodiac. And what's great about you is that you're typically not subject to moodiness, which is great, I think. But again, it does depend on what else is going on in your chart, what's going on with Mars or what have you. Your fighting style and stuff. But, as far as the way you process things, you are typically, known in the zodiac because you're the baby, you're a little immature when it comes to your internal processing. So even though it's coming from a really good place and you don't mean anything, bad or insulting or harsh by the way you're presenting your information, the information nonetheless might come off as that. So you just want to be a little mindful, that's all. And then we have February 18th, we have Venus and Saturn are meeting up. And this is where you're going to have some really great clarity. Again, this idea of clarity is just kind of going through the month. But with this, the Venus and Saturn, it's going to make you really clear on what you want, what you don't want, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Okay, this is kind of like go time in a way for Aries as far as relationships goes. This is starting this big change in relationships that are going to be taking place over the course of this next year, or at least until the beginning of December. And then you guys have February 22nd, you have Venus-Pluto meet up. Venus and Pluto, and again, kind of, it's going back to this, what do you want? What do you want? You might think right now what you want. You might have the idea of the relationship that you're in, or a long-term relationship, marriage, or the new relationship that you've just begun, or the relationship that you want so badly. You might think you know what you want. Then all of a sudden, once Venus and Pluto meet up, your ideas are likely going to change. It's likely going to change. All right, but so let's see, how this unfolds. Let's see what messages we get for you guys. Okay, Spirit, God, please, any messages that Aries needs to know. February 14th, 2019, February 28th, 2019. Any messages that Aries needs to know? February 14th, February 28th, 2019. Okay. All right, the only card, we got one card that fell out, Lovers. Okay. I like it. Ooh, the Empress. It's on the bottom. Oh, I just realized it did not light my candles. Aries, you need the fire. Sorry, guys. Let me just get this done. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay. Now after cutting, we have strength. So the pre-cut is the Empress, and then we have strength. I love it. Okay, so we have the Lovers in the past. The World is the present. The future is the Ace of Wands. Oh boy. It's so funny. I meditated on the cards before I put the camera on, and I did a little bit of a pre-shuffle. We got the Star then as well. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. We have the Lovers. This is a meeting of the minds. You guys are able to really... You guys are able, it's what Gemini, right? It's a masculine card. You guys are able to really relate with each other and have empathy and see each other's situation through each other's eyes, which is so important as a foundational aspect of a relationship, right? Because what is a perfect relationship? It doesn't exist, right? The perfect relationship is the one that has a strong foundation that can endure, ultimately endure. And, you know, when there's a weak or fractured foundation, you know, a lot of times it's just a lot of ego nonsense. It's difficult to build on that. But the Lovers is indicating that you've had this. This is the foundation that you have in this relationship that you're with. But then something happened, Aries. Something happened where you guys had this understanding with each other, and that was wonderful. But there was this element that was afflicting you guys with this Ten of Wands. Okay, this Ten of Wands, it's kind of speaking to having too much on your plate. Just having too much on your plate. Having a hard time getting from A to B because there's so much on your plate. Someone might have felt overwhelmed from all of this over-assertion, overabundance of fire. That could have a couple of different meanings. Obviously, this is a general message. Not everything is going to apply to everyone else. Take what resonates, throw out the rest. But there's a lot here. There was a lot on someone's shoulders. Someone felt very overwhelmed. Maybe one of the partners in your relationship, either you or your partner. Either you or your partner. There's this feeling of overwhelm. And now here we have Seven of Cups. Okay, this could be confusion, but this is the subconscious, right? Look at how this guy is dark. This lady, right? Gender neutral, okay, for everything. But there's confusion because of how much there is to choose from. Right, the Seven of Cups, the seven vices of life. You know, what really matters to me? And this really lines up with the energies, Aries, that you're dealing with this month. This idea of what really matters to me. What matters to me over the long run? Not right now, so much as over the long run. This has been on your mind. This has been on your mind, and you've been a little overwhelmed. So while the Lover's card is fantastic, I get this feeling that there's been a little bit of heaviness in your energy surrounding you regarding this relationship. So now here we have the World. I mean, come on. The World is fantastic. You have everything here. You guys have the World. You have it all figured out. You have all the elements in your relationship. You have air, you have fire, you have water, you have earth. It's all there. It's all there. That's not the issue. This is just, honestly, this is a beautiful reading. This is like crazy beautiful. Crazy beautiful. Moving along, we have the Star. Okay, we have it. There's faith here, right? There's faith in what is now. There's faith in where you guys are going. There's faith. There's faith because there's this understanding. Right? This she's stepping on the water, but she's somehow not going into the water. Almost like Christ-like, right? able to walk on the water. She's not submerging down into her emotions with that right foot, that female part of her. She's staying on top of it. She's in contact with it. She's in touch with it. But this is a very balanced energy. Very balanced. You guys have it all going on. Happy life, happy life. Celebration, Four of Wands. Beautiful. Ace of Wands, the seed is there. You guys just want to start, you just want to get going on this idea. You want to get going on your life together. You want to bring yourself to that next spot in your journey. You want to evolve instead of devolve your journey. You know that. And you know you want to do it with the person that you're with. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Oops, sorry. Everything's falling. But then we have the Hierophant, which is spirituality. But the Hierophant is also some questioning, right? So we have these two individuals who are listening to spirit, to really, this is typically associated with the card of the religions, okay? But it doesn't have to be. It could just be of spirit, but it could be this questioning. They're there as students, listening, hanging on every word. We get the feeling that they're taking it in. Their heads are down. They're pensive about it, perhaps questioning what it is that they're hearing. So there's this questioning of spirituality. There's a healthy questioning, though, not a paranoid questioning, a healthy questioning of, where is it that I'm supposed to be going next? I want to make the right decision. I need to trust spirit. I also understand I have free will. And I want to think about what it is I'm getting here. What messages am I getting? And are they right for me? It's okay to question spirit. It's totally okay. Only because, listen, destiny is what it is, but we have free will. And it's about knowing ourselves. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, right? So Pentacles are earth. This person wants to come in and just start really creating foundations. You're ready for this next step in your life. You're ready. You have the Empress energy and you have strength as overarching energies to your reading. Aries, this is crazy, crazy good. I love it. The Empress has the entire zodiac on her crown chakra. She's intuitive. She's intuitive. You really want to use your Empress energy to work out this issue that you might be questioning with spirit and where your path has been leading you up to now. And you're going to be doing it with the strength. And strength, yes, strength means, we have the infinity symbol. It means to forge forward with this very definable strength that you're feeling inside of you. But it's with a little bit of peace that comes from not taking yourself too seriously. Hey, look at how they're playing. That cute lion with the tongue out, right? She's just really enjoying this exchange. She's not, busying her mind with other things that really don't matter. She's allowing herself that little bit of a reprieve. And she finds that with that little bit of reprieve, that actually helps to build her strength. And it really aids in her ability to tap into her intuition, into her Empress energy. Okay, so Aries, I feel like you guys have this incredible reading. There's so much promise here. You really need to focus on figuring out what's next for you. Okay? You totally understand, no question, that change needs to happen. No question. So does your partner. So we're not dealing with like a Tower, Three of Swords, like any sort of significant drama like this. You're just kind of at this place where it's like, look, you know, I love you, you love me, or I really like you, you really like me, and we have to move this forward. But what is that going to look like? What is that going to look like? So I'm going to pull 2 oracles to get an idea of what your significant other is thinking. And these are the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Such pretty cards. Okay. Sorry if my table shakes a little bit. What's up with that? The Fates. And the Tribe, yes. You're dealing with someone who has faith in the relationship, who understands that if they tap into their intuition as well, and they allow you the space that you need, you're going to need a little bit of space, Aries. But it's not the kind of space that creates disconnect. It's within the relationship. Your partner understands this. And your partner really does want to work with you. They might not know exactly what that means right now, but there's a willingness there that means everything. Because you are their tribe. You're their tribe. You're the person. They have no question about that. They know they belong with you. Just look at the synchronicities here as well, right? We have 1 and 7. This is card 17, which is 8. And then the tribe is 8. 8 is, right, the infinity symbol. They're in this with you. They're in this with you, Aries. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, now we're just going to pull, and we just want to pull one of these really nice Notes from the Universe cards, okay, on love and connection. Okay, let's see what these tell us. I did pre-shuffle all of these, so I don't want to go too crazy wasting time. Doing a lot more shuffling here. Okay, but this one I'm going to pull from the bottom so I don't see. Look. Those you love, love you. That's exactly what this reading's about. You're each other's tribe. You're each other's people. Okay, I'm going to read the back. I think it's backwards, so I'll just read it for you. To be beautiful in the eyes of another, simply forget they're watching. Tally ho. Love the universe, right? I like to think that this is spirit. This is how I understand these cards. Messages from spirit can be just so beautiful and simple. To be beautiful in the eyes of another, simply forget they're watching. Those you love, love you. You have nothing to worry about here, Aries. This is a gorgeous reading. This is a gorgeous reading. You guys are just going to have to figure out what your next step is and do it with respect and kindness and integrity. And you guys are going to have the world. You're going to have the world with the star. Aries, I'm so happy for you. So happy for you. Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you for spending some time with me on my channel, Get Life Tarot. And again, if you like it, please subscribe and please like and share and give me any comments that you might have, any part of this that might resonate with you. And I do want to say this is a very general reading. This is for many of you, but this I feel is such a specific message for a certain group of you. I wish it could be for all of you because this is such great stuff. Yeah, okay, great. You guys take care. Until next time.